Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first mopping test with the brand new Dreame L40 Gen 2. So this was just released. This is going to be the first cleaning in the world's famous corner cleaning studios. Now I'm not going to give it a score with this first cleaning. I'm going to take it to my, it's going to do some testing here at the studio, but then I'm going to take it to my house for 3 months. After the 3-month test at my house, then I'll give it a scoring system and tell you whether it's a buy or not. I did buy this with my own money. It's retailing for $650. It is on sale right now for $550. Now, if you want to see the robot vacuum cleaners that I highly recommend right now that are tried and tested, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. On this website, you'll find robots that I've taken to my house, like the MOP P10 Pro was at my house for well over 6 months. I absolutely love it. It was my 2025 pick of the year. You can find it on my website, justadadapproved.com. My job is to help you avoid bad products and bad prices. So on my website, you'll see where I write down all the specs. I'll have spec sheets for each robot, but then I'm working on this new scoring system, the Dad Approved Final Verdict. After 3 months, I'll be filling in these circles accordingly, hassle factor, hair test, corner test, and will it get the coveted Just a Dad Approved sticker. That will not be until after I've had it at my house for 3 months. Now I have the full setup video on this. This is just a clip out of that full hour-long setup of showing it mopping up this floor. I will also be doing a vacuum test on it, but that'll be in a separate video. And they did just release the brand new MOP P10 Pro Gen 2. And I just finished up the video on it. And again, both these robots will be going to my house, undergoing, I just can keep a really close eye on them at my house to see how well they're doing. Okay, let's tell it to go clean the world famous corner cleaning testing area. 2 passes, custom, vacuum and mop, turbo, wetness at 27. All right, let's tell it to go start cleaning just that room. Now it's going to fill the internal water tank up with water, and then it's going to go wash that floor. And you'll hear the dirty water pump kicking on also. So the mop pads are being spun. It's washing them with room temperature water. It doesn't heat the water. And then it sucks the water up into the dirty water tank. And again, this does not have a dirt detection sensor. When the water is being sucked up from the base station to the dirty water, it doesn't pass through a dirt detection sensor, which I like. Okay, it's going to undock. It cleaned the mop pads. And now it's going to travel to that room. Okay, let's see how the Dreame L40 Gen 2 cleans up this big mess, avoids this cable, avoids the sock, mops up muddy paw prints, but more importantly, cleans up this big mess in the corner. Wow, it has a side brush it can extend into the corner. Did a good job. We got a bunch of long hair. Now this piece of furniture here is about 4 inches tall, and we'll see if it can go underneath the furniture and clean it. Yep. And see how we can extend that mop pad to help cleaning. All right, we're going to check obstacle avoidance here with the cable. Again, no camera on the front, so I don't think it saw that cable, but we'll see. And the first thing it does is the perimeter of the room, then it's going to go back and forth in the nice straight lines. And it never saw that cable. So let me stop it and get the cable out. Thankfully, though, you can usually just get the cable if it's wrapped around there pretty easy. We do have some hair wrap right now. All right. Now it's going back and forth in the nice straight lines because it has LiDAR navigation. And it's laying down some pretty good water. And again, the robot has an internal water tank and it's spraying water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet. And I can adjust how wet it keeps those mop pads with a slider scale in the app. So it might have saw that sock. Yes, it did. Yep. It's identifying that sock and it's going to hopefully stay away from it. That's the first pass. We do have some mud left over and some smearing. It's going to do 2 passes. Wow, did a much better job that time. And there is a little bit left in the corner and along the edge. We'll see how it does on the second pass. Okay, so it did move that sock a little bit. I wish it would stay. It's identifying it. And again, no camera, no onboard camera, but it did kind of move it a little bit. So I wish it would stay just a little farther away, but it seems to be doing okay. So now we're ready for the second pass. It'll do, I like Dreame, it'll do the perimeter of the room on the second pass. Yeah, there's where it's getting just a little too close with that side brush. Now it's going to start the perimeter of the room. Well, maybe that is, but we'll see. I think it's going to come get that corner here after it does the perimeter of the room. It's doing a pretty good job of going under furniture. We can see exactly where it is. You got to wash now. I like these. You can tell it to leave the room if it's bothering you, or you can add an extra area. Say somebody made a mess and you want it to hurry up and go pick that up first. So this is all pretty standard. All right, here goes the second cleaning of the perimeter. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, it does that little curve, which is pretty infamous for Dreame products. There. Wow, that corner is about 100% clean. So yeah, there's the old hiccup, I call it. And again, it might just be my flooring and trim that makes it do that. So now it's going to do the crisscross pattern. The first pattern was left-right. The second pattern is up-down. And you can see there is some mud it has to get still. Yeah, there it's kicking the sock around a little bit. This one is leaving a little bit of mud. Maybe a third pass is what it needed. But for everyday mopping, I think it's going to do a pretty good job. It does have a little S to it. I mean, it's not a perfectly straight line. It's got a little dog leg to it. That might improve over time, I'm not sure, but again, this is the first cleaning. And this is just too new of a robot to, you know. I just don't know exactly how it's going to do. I want to take it to my house.
Cleaning completed.
Has a redesigned dock. It doesn't leave the mop pads at the base station, which I'm glad. And it's the way the water comes out is a little bit redesigned. It kind of reminds me of the X50, L40. But we'll watch. It's going to auto empty the dustbin and wash the mop pads.
Start charging. Start auto empty. Start cleaning mop pads.
There's the dirty water going to the dirty water tank. Now, if you ever have a robot that doesn't suck up clean water, I have a video. It's the Dreame L10S Gen 2 where I have to put you have to prime that water line by forcing water down that line with the tank installed. So I've been hearing about that on some of these, like the MOPA P10 Pro and the Dreame robots, when it doesn't suck water. Okay, so it's drying the mop pad. It does use hot water or hot air. It's not super loud, but you do hear it. Here's the dirty water tank. Now, I did do one extra cleaning, so that's got a little bit more than what it would normally have, but you can see there's the dirty water. We auto emptied, yes, picked up a little bit of water, looks like. Now, I do want to, yeah, we got some hair wrap. We definitely got some hair wrap. Not here, but here. So you're definitely going to want to get, if you have long hair, you're going to want to get the tri-cut brush. It's like 50. I don't recommend getting the generic. Just get the one from Dreame or MOPA. They're the same. So yeah, pretty bad hair wrap. And you can find that on my website, justadatapproved.com, under upgrades. It'll have a link to take you to Amazon to purchase it. Just finished up the Gen 2 on the P10 Pro. But there are some slight differences. They're going about things differently. 25,000 pascals of suction for the Gen 2 L40. Side reach, spin, lift 10 millimeters. Corner reach, it can lift the side brush, which I didn't see yet. Probably in a mopping only event. Single brush, but you can upgrade. Onboard water tank on the robot, and it does not have a video camera, so if you're worried about privacy. Obstacle avoidance, you know, I'm sure it's going to be just a simple pass, not an amazing, but we'll see. I'll tell more from that at home. Threshold, I'm sure it's the standard like 20 millimeter. They give us very little information on these. I hate that. No solution tank. That's going to cause some concern, but at least they did put it in the ad. They call this the Ace Clean Dry Board. It is a new design, but it's really similar to the X50. Hot water, cold water, but again, I'm pretty sure it's cold water. Dirt detect, no. There was no setting in the app. Solution tank, no. And tray removal, no, but it looks like it's going to be relatively easy to clean. And now when it goes to my house, I'll check the main thing's the hassle factor. How much have I had to mess with this robot? Did I feel like I wanted to throw it out the window? That'll be the main test there. I'll check hair. You know, I constantly check it for hair wrap and all of that. Corner crush, cleaning and mopping. I'll see how well it's actually cleaning. And then how often does it get messed up? The clutter, what they call it, the clutter course. I'm just kind of working on some stuff here. I want a really nice design for it. It's simple, like simple as in, here's the test, and then I'm going to fill these in, and you'll see, oh, it got 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It got 4 out of 5 circles filled in. So you know right away where it stands. Instead of like putting like, oh, it got 4.5 stars. Well, out of how many, you know? So that's going to be, and that's going to be very basic, quick, easy to read scoring system. But again, this is not going to come out. It's taken me a while to learn this. I do apologize for that, but sometimes I just have to do in order to learn. I don't think I would have gotten here without doing robot vacuum videos for 2 years. So those 2 will be going to my house. I've got a bunch of robots coming back from my house. Matrix 10, Aqua 10. Some surprising results from the Dreame Aqua 10 roller. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting video. I'm still finalizing my verdict on that. And then, yeah, the Matrix, the Mobius 60, I'm getting ready to do my video on it. And the Z60 roller, I'll be giving my final verdict on it. It's been doing some real world testing here in the studio. I mean, you can see it does clean better. So higher suction does clean crumbs and stuff, but just not hair. So again, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. There's going to be a little link you'll see at the end of the video here. If you click on it, it's going to take you right to my website. Again, I buy and test this stuff with my own money so you don't waste yours. That's what I do here, honest reviews.